Hello, folks. Welcome to Death Loop, a game that is a rip-off of the game Danganronpa, and that's what the description says. Right, so let's begin. Now, I've never played Danganronpa. This is the first time I've heard of that game. Let's see, this game is uploaded with a full written permission from the original developer. Okay, I can see that. Given that it's based off of the another game. Who are you?
How did you get here?
Oh, there's voice acting. Nice. That means I don't have to talk much.
You don't remember, do you?
Mm-hmm. You open your mouth, but before you can utter a single word, the voice suddenly cuts you off.
Happiness or freedom? What would you choose?
Isn't freedom a requirement for happiness? That's a dumb question. Okay, let's go with the first
I
one.
guess we'll find out soon enough.
Okay. What you gonna do? Ooh? Hey, how long are you gonna stand there? You look around you in confusion. It seems you're standing in front of school. Snap out of it, weirdo. We're already 15 minutes late. Oh, crap. Before you could say a single word, the orange-haired girl grabbed you by the arm and dragged you with her. Okay, it's an anime game. Wait, it is an anime game. From the title art alone. I'm stupid. How the hell did I not realize? A few minutes later, the two of you stood side by side, facing a packed classroom. The teacher looked at you for a few seconds before facing the class and making an announcement. Attention everyone, today we welcome two transfer students. Could you do me a favor and introduce yourselves to the class? The name is Miral. I look forward to meeting you all. Miral spoke as she addressed the class. Everyone's gaze turned to you now. You should introduce yourself. Who are you? Please left-click on the designated white field, write your name, and confirm it. Okay. Willie! Name's Willie. You face the rest of the class and speak. Willie, it's very nice meeting you all. My name's Willie. Please call me Willie. All eyes were suddenly on you, or more precisely on Miral, as the two of you took your designated seats. That's right, today is your first day at Sandy High School. You and Miral moved to the city last week and decided to transfer to this school. This makes complete sense, but you can't help but feel like something is really off here. The teacher let out another long sigh and went on with the lecture. Yeah, a few hours later it was lunchtime. I'm heading to the admin office to finalize your registration. Okay, bye-bye. Want me to come with? That won't be necessary. Really? You have more important things to do anyway. This place will be your home for a while, so you should go around and get yourself acclimated to your new surroundings. Maybe buy us some lunch while you're at it. Looks like Miral didn't feel like waiting in line, so she shoved the boring job onto you. See ya! Okay, bye-bye. Miral then turned around and left. You could see some of your new classmates wanting to chat with her, but she just completely ignored them and left. Okay. Okay, what now? Should you head straight to the cafeteria? Or maybe you should wait until the cafeteria clears out a bit. Perhaps you could look around for a bit. Where do you want to go? Roof? You leave your classroom and head towards the roof. After climbing a few flights of stairs, you finally reach the roof. The view from here is breathtaking. You can pretty much see the whole city from up here. You keep looking around in awe when suddenly... Huh? It seems you're not alone up here. There is someone else. Someone who's lying on the ground a few meters away from you. You slowly approach them while keeping an eye on your surroundings. The more you approach, the closer their face came into view. but for some reason you can't make out their face. Everything feels distorted somehow. The closer you get to them, the more distorted your vision becomes. You need to get close. You need to get closer to them. Only then will you be able to make out their face. Only then will you be able to tell who they are. Every fiber of your being is suddenly screaming for you to stop, to turn around and look away, to pretend you never came here in the first place. But you continued approaching until they were right there in front of you. What will you do now? Okay. Can I... Okay, time to save. Time to save. What will you do now? Look at their face. You lower your head and stare straight at their face, refusing to look away. The person lying on the ground suddenly opens his eyes. Can we find... We didn't what? We didn't get to see their face. I didn't even get to see their... What? You look around in confusion. Oh, what? What? Wait. Oh, it's a death loop. Okay, time to skip. Oh, okay, it's a death loop. Okay, okay. Look away then. You quickly looked away and started backing away. The further you walked away, the clearer your vision became. Until everything settled down, you let out a sigh of relief when suddenly... Hey, it's Hassan! Yo, what are you doing up here? What's wrong? Why do you look so freaked out? You take another look around you. The strange person who was lying on the ground is nowhere to be seen. Wait a second, you're the new transfer student, aren't you? Yes. Yes, Hassan. Yes, name's Willy. You give Hassan a puzzling look. Surprised I know your name, huh? Don't worry, dude. I'm not a stalker or I'm not like a stalker or anything. I'm simply a milker. Ah ha ha. Ha, you're simply a milker. Like that sounds any better. Milker? Seriously? You never heard of milkers, really? Willy? I don't think most humans have ever heard of milkers. Didn't you have them in your old school? No. Oh, we have a PDD in the making here. No worries, I'll tell you everything you need to know, but not right now. I'm kind of meeting my first ever client here. It's very hush-hush, so I would appreciate it if you leave before they show up. Haha. Just meet here same time tomorrow, okay? Hell no. Goodbye, PDD. Don't worry, I'll explain everything then. Gahahaha. Hassan let out another laugh as he kept urging you to leave. Before you knew it, you were back in the hallway. With that weird encounter at the back of your mind, you head towards the cafeteria. After that weird encounter, you finally arrive at your destination. It's time to stand in line and buy lunch for you and Miral. However, no matter where you look, the cafeteria is completely empty. Not a single student around. This makes no sense. Even though you did show up late to avoid the crowd, it's still lunchtime. The school cafeteria should not be empty right now. You keep looking around in confusion when someone suddenly appears in front of you. Hello, it's you! Oh god, it's really you, Willy. Yes, it's me! Cece suddenly jumped on you and gave you a tight hug. Yeah. Yay! How did you get here? I'm super happy to see you again, but I don't understand. How are you here? Why? Because I transferred school, that's why. You're in complete control. You're you. Cece stares at you in confusion. Her expression displayed both happiness and fear. It seems she's hoping you'll be able to answer her questions and put her mind at ease. Sadly, however, you're as confused, if not more confused than she. So you simply take a step back and explain everything that happened to you so far. Really? So you just found yourself at the front gate of this school, just like that. You nod your head. What about before that? How did you get here? I simply used my mind. I'm a wizard. How did you find this? Before Cece could even finish her words, a loud voice interrupted your conversation. Good, you're both here. Hello. I finalized your registration, Willie. Congratulations, you're officially a candidate now. Candidate? Don't worry, I'll explain everything soon enough. But first, let's get the other candidates in here. Meral spoke as she snapped her fingers. 6 other people suddenly showed up in the cafeteria. What the hell is happening? Yo, dudes, how did I get teleported to the cafeteria? Oh, you are probably high or something. That's why you never remembered. Did I finally awaken my superpowers? This must be part of the test. Wow, that was so cool. I felt like I was floating in space for a moment there. Teleport me again. Teleport? Okay, enough delays, let's begin. First, let me congratulate you all on surviving the first trial of the game. The first trial? Yes, every person in this school was a potential candidate. I say was because except for you 8, the rest have been killed off. Wow. And they see she seemed to do a very good job at a murder, because there are no blood stains at all. What? This school was set specifically for this trial. You were all transferred here and your memories were manipulated. Those with a weak will, with a pitiful presence, the observers of this world simply accepted their new reality and went on with their lives. They attended classes, stood in line at the cafeteria, and enjoyed a carefree high school life. Not once stopping or wondering how they even got here in the first place. Pitiful NPCs. Okay. So you're the admin? Are you the admin of the server, Miral? I think you are. However, you 8 were different. You saw through this fake existence. You refused to look away and accept this sweet lie. You question your reality, and for that, you're still alive. However, the game has just begun and your continuous survival is not yet assured. After all, only one of you 8 will leave this place alive. Why the hell are you doing this? You are playing with a pretty sick game, little girl. Who do you work for? She works for nobody. She is God. He decides whether we live or die. You two are asking the wrong questions. Or rather, you're asking them at the wrong time. Hi. You're so right, Orange Daughter. They should be asking you about the second trial. The second trial. I guess she called this high school experiment the first trial. Then that could only mean that there's gonna be more. Correct, Carmine. The second trial is the real main event. It's the real reason you're all here. In order to pick the winner among you, you 8 will be playing a certain game. The game has many names and many iterations. However, the most common name for it is the werewolf game. The effing social deduction game. Is this some sort of a joke? You want us to play a children's game? I won't take it lightly if I were you, Jack. The second trial might be based on the werewolf game, but the consequences are very real. You won't be role-playing around. You will become the roles you're given. Okay, thanks. Roles? Standing among you right now is a real killer. He and she will target and seek your death without any hesitation. Your only chance at survival is exposing the killer and voting them off at the end of the day. With standard werewolf rules. However, in addition to the killer and innocent role, there are 3 additional special roles. First, the guardian angel role. The person with the guardian angel role will be able to choose to protect one other person each night. If the guardian angel chooses to protect the person the killer targets, then congratulations. You have managed to prevent the killer from claiming their victim. The second role is the vigilante role. The person with the vigilante role is able to target and kill one person each night. However, targeting and killing anyone who is not the killer will result in the vigilante killing him themselves. A pretty fair trade-off if you ask me. Finally, the third and last role is the detective role. The person with the detective role is able to investigate one person each night to determine if they are the killer or not. However, convincing others about your findings without exposing your role to the killer is a whole other matter. As you can see, each role has its advantages and disadvantages, ensuring a fair trial. Now, to end this explanation, I would like to remind the killer that targeting someone during the daytime is completely forbidden. Breaking this rule, or any other rule for that matter, will result in the offender being immediately killed. Every single one of you is implanted with a small chip in your brain. The chip is completely attached to your optic nerve and is able to witness anything you see. Upon the discovery of any rule infringement, the chip will automatically release a powerful electric surge through your nerves, thus frying your brain and immediately killing you. You planted something in our brain? As long as you don't break the rules, you have nothing to worry about. And who decides when do you break the rules? When and how you break the rules? Exactly, you. I'm telling you, she's God. She's God. So the game we'll be playing is just a mafia game. You know, the game Mafia, where you're able to vote somebody each round and all that. Now, unless you have other questions about the game, I will be seeing you at sunset. Okay, bye-bye. Miral then walked past you and walked towards the exit. You all kept following her with your gaze when suddenly she stopped and turned around. She was looking back at all of you, but you could swear she was looking straight into your eyes. Welcome back to the null game. And that's a nice change of art. You suddenly went from very 2D to more 3D. Why can't all the art look like this? This is beautiful. What now? There's a light. Okay. Are we traveling through space? Okay, I'm gonna have to skip this part. Okay, I'm not sure if this part has copyrighted music. Actually, you know what? I'll just mute the sound on this part. Sorry, guys. I don't know if this is I'm not sure if this is copyrighted. The story returns. A brand new adventure. Expanded like never before. What, is this a sequel to a game that I haven't played? Null 2. Oh yeah, it is a sequel. Created by Fuzzy. Fuzzy.
Or freedom.
Happiness or freedom.
What would you choose?
You lift your head to the mighty blue sky while trying to process what just happened. When suddenly a voice brings you back to reality. Yes, hey, are you okay? You look back at CC and nod your head. The null game is happening again, huh? And by the look of it, this one is even more messed up than the last. So this game is a sequel to another game that I never played. Not only is the game's host different this time around, but so are the participants, or at least some of them. This setting is different too. Why Sandy High School out of all places? Why Miral? Why her? Why a version of his daughter? Sorry, Willie. I don't mean to confuse you, after all. Cece suddenly approached you and held your hand. Aww, she has a crush on us. High school crush. Yay! You have no idea how happy I am to see you again. You have no idea how much I waited for this. Yes, okay. Willie, we're finally together again. Okay, can you tell me your role? As a expression of your love to me. Tell me your role, okay? If you truly love me, then tell me your role. Are you the detective or a guardian angel? Maybe she's my guardian angel. Cece leans forward as she held tighter to your hands when... what's happening here? Very shameless, very shameless. Cece let go of your hand and face Zero. What do you want, weirdo? Don't be like that, Cece-chan. There is nothing wrong with forming alliances. It's the only way to survive this game, right? Right? Yeah, sure, just tell us your role. And what better to cement an alliance than a pretty heated kiss? Hehe. That's not what we're doing. Sure, Cece. I'll get off your hair. I didn't mean to cock block you or anything. Have fun, wink wink. Zero then waved her hand and left. You watched her leave until she's left your sight. Bye bye. Damn Zero, she's no less a freak as a participant. But she's right about something, Willie. The null game has officially started. Alliances are bound to be formed. And sooner or later, this game will spiral into effing madness again. We need to escape, early this time. Trust me, Willie. This is the only way to truly survive this game. Squid Game, is it? No, it's the werewolf game. You look back at Cece and nod your head. First, we should start by searching the place. Last time I just dragged you along with me from one place to another. Not once did I ask for your input. So how about you lead the search this time around? And as a way of gaining, as a sign of trust, can you tell me your role? Are you the werewolf or no? Where do you think we should go? We should go somewhere private. Very private. Unless I'm the werewolf. If I'm the werewolf, then let's go somewhere private. Hehehehe. Library, school gate. I'm gonna save here just in case. Okay. Roof it is then. Rooftops? You think we can find something there? No, but we'll definitely be alone. And if I'm the werewolf? Ha 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 ha. Alright, let's head up. Yes, let's do it. With Cece by your side, you two start heading to the school's rooftop. As you walk through the hallways, you notice how empty the school suddenly became. The hundreds of students who once roamed the halls are nowhere to be seen. Let's go to the cafeteria and just stuff our face in, man. Since there's nobody around, we can just get food for free. After climbing the stairs, you two finally arrive to the roof. But it seems someone is already here. Of course it's you. Yo, it isn't Willie and Cece. Are you guys teaming up or something? What are you doing up here, Hassan? This is where I do business, dear Cecilia. If you must know, this is the temporary HQ of the Milkers. The Milkers. The Milkers? Not you too, Cecilia. Does anyone remember the Milkers anymore? No, none of us do. PDD. They were the stuff of legends. A group able to procure any kind of intel. They were active in pretty much every high school in the capital and specialized in obtaining intimate information. Hell, they're the reason half of those high school losers ever managed to get a girlfriend. They're literally the coolest shit ever. And I'm bringing them back. I found an information network across the school, and we're already getting requests from romantically inept losers, clients. It's only a matter of time before the word milker is on the tongue of every student in this school. I will create a milker group that will never fade. Hassan spoke while punching his fist in the air. Hey dumbass, you do know this school is no longer, except for the 8 of us. The others were killed and disposed of. How will you run your creepy business with no one around? Aha, you thinking short term, dear Cecilia. Once I win this game show, my face will be plastered all over the TV. Business will be flooding through my door like crazy. Gahahahahaha. This dumbass didn't change one bit. By the way, Willie, my offer from when we first met still stands. Just because we're competing on opposite sides during this game show doesn't mean we can't be business partners later on. Not if I kill you first. I see potential in you, Willie. You only showed up to this school today and you already got Cece here giving you googly eyes. Ha ha ha. You have the making of an amazing milker. Haha, milker. And with my guidance, you can have beat bitches left and right, dropping on their knees and for you. Haha. Hassan continued laughing out loud while tapping your shoulder. Thanks. Well, aren't you two getting all buddy-buddy? I didn't know you were interested in getting bitches, Willie. I'm always interested in getting them bitches. Cece displayed an angry expression on her face as you two left Hassan behind and went back downstairs. You two spent the next few hours investigating the different classrooms of the school, but much like every other room in the place, it was completely abandoned. All of those students who once roamed the halls were completely gone, almost like they never existed in the first place. You look through the window, the mighty blue sky suddenly turned orange, signaling the end of the day. It's already sunset. Cece suddenly holds your hands as you two stare the window. It's okay. You did your best. We did our best. Whatever's gonna happen now, we'll face it together, okay? Just you and me. Like always. Cece tightens her grip on your hand. And I think she's the wolf. Behind that beautiful smile of hers, you can sense fear. You can sense an immense fear that will shatter the fabric of reality if it ever comes out. But it's not a fear for her life. It's not a fear of death, of the unknown. It's a fear for you, for your existence, for your future together. You hold tighter to Cece's hand as a strange feeling suddenly shocks your senses. The next time you open your eyes, you find yourself standing in the cafeteria, but you're not alone. Cece and the rest of your companions are all here, but most of all, she is here too. Welcome back, everyone. Hello. Greetings and salutations, God. Dear God, hey Miral. I don't know what stage trick you guys are using for this teleport thing, but it's making me really nauseous. Can I talk with one of the executive producers about it? I can't have the cuties at home seeing me puke on live TV. Miral stared at Hassan for a few seconds before she rolled her eyes and faced the rest of you. Now that you're all here, allow me to explain the voting process. Standing among you right now is a killer. Starting tonight, the killer will claim a victim with each passing night. The voting process is your main way of finding and eliminating the killer. The process is simple. You simply discuss the situation among each other and then vote. Nothing really happened, to be honest, so how are we gonna know? Each one of you gets to vote and the person with the highest number of votes gets eliminated. Any questions? No. By eliminated you mean killed, right? Whoever gets the highest number of votes will be killed. Affirmative. This is insane. You really expect us to send someone to their death? You can always choose to vote on no one. However, that would only benefit the killer, of course. We don't care. We're not gonna play your sick game. We're not gonna kill anyone. What do you mean by we, Nazi? Nazi? Oh, man. Oh, her name's Nazi. I really gotta be careful not to say the N-word. You know, the forbidden N-word. Gotta be careful not to say it. Don't go around forcing your own opinion on the rest of us. That's not cute at all. Naz. What? I agree with the blonde woman. Not making a choice is a choice in itself. If this killer truly exists, then doing nothing will send one of us to a certain demise. What about the special roles? Cece, who barely spoke a word until now, suddenly interjected. It seems the rest of your companions are also surprised by this. What about them? What if the people with the special roles step up right now? That will narrow down the list of suspects. And how the hell do we know they're telling the truth? They could be lying, you know. Great idea, CC. There are 8 of us here. If we eliminate the people who will play special roles, then only 5 people remain. Again, the problem is that we don't know if they're gonna be true. If they're gonna be honest about it. They could be lying, you know. If we vote randomly, there will still be a 20% chance of voting for the killer, which is not a high enough of a chance. That's pretty high, right? Right? No, you blonde bee. I agree as well. Any kind of advantage we could get will be very helpful. You people with the special roles should step up. Carmine spoke as she faced the rest of your companions. And Carmine is probably the killer. She wants the special roles to stand up so she can eliminate them night after night until all the special roles are gone. I know your strategy, Carmine. See, you can't fool me. Seconds pass and then minutes, but no one stepped forward. Of course, nobody stepped forward. It'll just make them a huge target on their back. Come on, guys, we can't have dead air. This will totally F up the ratings. A few more minutes passed, but once again, no one stepped up. Enough, this is a waste of time. Don't be so hasty, Miral-chan. This is super duper important to us, so just wait a bit, okay? We can wait all night and nothing will change, because the special roles haven't been assigned yet. Oh, what? Okay. Huh? Unlike the killer role, the special roles are only assigned during the first night. That's when you start using them after all. So at this moment, none of you has a special role yet. I see, I see. So CC's plan was a no-go from the start. Well, it was still worth a shot, so don't beat yourself too much, CC-chan. You were trying to bait the killer, huh, Cecilia? Huh? Bait the killer? By declaring that the people with special roles will narrow down the suspect list, she was basically saying that whoever steps forward will be seen as 100% innocent. She was hoping that would tempt the killer to falsely claim that they had a special role. And how do you know that? What do you... Alright, she's God. She definitely read her mind and intentions. Okay, God, but why would you reveal that? That would just kill the fun. And since the roles haven't been assigned yet, that would immediately expose them as a fraud and end the game. A very impressive strategy. However, it seems the killer is smarter than what you gave them credit for, Cecilia. Or perhaps you're the killer and this whole thing was just a diversion to make others trust you. Uh-oh. Perhaps I'm playing right into your hands. I have no idea what just happened. This is just too confusing for the average viewer. Then why don't you go to the side and be an NPC and let the big boys play? The big boys and the big girls do the work. Let's just get to the voting part already. That's where the ratings are. For once, I agree with the delusional creep. Discussion time is over. When you hear your name, please step forward and announce your vote. Miral declared as she started calling out names. The first to go was Naz. I'm not doing this. I'm not gonna take someone's life like it's nothing. I'm voting no one. Oh, no. Suit yourself. You're up next, weirdo. Miral spoke as she pointed at Hassan. My moment to shine, haha. I, Hassan, the true definition of a Sigma male and the true future winner of this game show, will vote for you, Naz. With exaggerated movements, Hassan pointed at Naz. What? Me? Of course. Ever since the start, you have been doing nothing but trying to push us not to vote for anyone. And who would benefit more than that than the killer? Ha 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 ha. So my vote goes for you, Naz. No hard feelings though, I just want to win the game show. Ha 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 ha. You're a damn lunatic. Ha 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 ha. The voting continued after that. Seeing no clear suspect, Carmine chose to vote for no one. Meanwhile, Zero let out a giggle and declared she would follow Hassan's lead and vote for Naz. Jack also voted for Naz. Oh man, Hassan is really good at convincing people, it seems. Cece, on the other hand, let out a sigh and voted no one. It was only you and Kay left now. Alright, it's your turn now, Kay. Who will you be voting for? Myself, Kay declared with a hushed, low voice. What? I vote for myself. The whole room stared at Kay with baffled expressions all over their faces. Are you insane? I vote for myself. Because I'm edgy. And I want to die. I don't want to live in this world anymore. Fine, whatever. Miral suddenly moved her gaze and faced you. You're up last, Willie. Declare your vote and let's end this for today. Everyone's gaze suddenly turned to you. It seems they all understood the current situation, even Hassan. With Naz getting 3 votes and no one getting 3 votes, your vote will seal the deal. Your vote will determine everything. You close your eyes and take a deep breath. Cece was right. The situation did spiral into insanity pretty quickly. There haven't been any murders yet, but someone is already on the chopping block. Whether you believe Naz is the killer or not is completely up to you. You get to choose. You get to vote. So who would it be? Okay, will this lead to like what? So multiple different endings? Right, if I vote on Naz, that means she die. Nobody. Okay, seems the result is pretty clear. Oops. No one will be voted off tonight. We don't have enough information yet to know who's the killer or not. Looks of relief appeared on the faces of some of your companions while others looked completely annoyed. Miral let another long sigh before continuing to talk. So, 3 people voted for Naz and 3 people voted for no one. And now me, and including myself. And now I also voted for no one. So, that means there's 4 potential killer. Okay. Now, let's go over nighttime rules. Every single one of you has been allocated a school in the school dorms. Leaving your room during nighttime is strictly forbidden and will result in immediate deletion. This, of course, excludes the killer. As the killer, you're free to roam around the school and target 1 victim per night. Participants with special roles are also technically allowed to leave their rooms during the night. However, the whole process is fully automated and you won't be conscious during it. Your mind will continue to sleep while your body will accomplish the special role. Think of it like sleepwalking if you want. That's pretty freaky. If there are no questions, I'll be seeing you all tomorrow. Miral gave you one last look before she snapped her fingers and suddenly disappeared. The room fell silent once again, but then someone approached you. Hey. Naz looks at you with a small smile on her face. I want you to know that I had no doubts. I have no doubt that you'll make the right choice, Willie. Thanks. But still, get the hell away from me, man. Get the hell away from me, man. We don't know who's the killer, and it could be you. It could be him. It could be her. And it could even be me. Beneath those hollow, empty eyes lies a genuine person. Yeah. Now let's go to sleep. A kind person. I realized that the moment I laid eyes on you, I won't forget this, Willie. I promise. Whatever. Just get the hell away from me, man. Nas then approached you and gave you a tight hug. See you in the morning. Nas then waved her hand and left, while avoiding to look at the 3 people who tried to vote her out. You're quite the ladies' man, Willie. Thanks. Let's hope your little decision doesn't come and bite you in the ass later on. Heh. Ciao. Zero ruffled your hair, then skipped out of the cafeteria. Yo, Willie, you might be the MVP today, but it's not just over yet. I will not let you upstage me in the popularity polls, nor will I let you snatch the victory. I will be the one to win the game show, you just wait. Hassan rolled his eyes and left. That degenerate is a cancer on society. Cici looked at Hassan in disgust before facing you. Anyway, the first day is over. We did what we could do for now. Let's head out. I thought we were going to sleep. Why are we heading out? A few minutes later, you were looking through the window. Deneb, Vega, and Altair greet your eyes. Is that what do you call that? Constellation? Is that the what's that again? I forgot what it is. Star sign? Star shape? The 3 of the stars of the summer triangle. Your mind rushes back to the event in the cafeteria. Thanks to you, no one got voted out today. However, that means the killer still runs free, and tonight they'll be able to target their first victim. The victim that can easily be you. Willie? Uh-oh. Oh my god, this hallway looks creepy as hell. Are you okay? You nod your head. Do you regret your decision? No, but still, get the hell away from me. You're not allowed to talk to me, okay? Time for bed. Time to go to bed. Do you think you should have voted for Nas? I think we should go to bed. Preferably separate, okay? Because you could be the killer. You shake your head no. Good. Never regret your choices, Willie. Yes. Now go to bed. Cici suddenly approached the window next to you and lifted her gaze to the sky. Choices make who we are. One choice leads to another, and by the time you realize it, you have made so many choices. You have branched so many times that your point of origin looks no different than a distant star in the sky. But that's the beauty of choices, Willie. It's freedom. Endless, pure, and unshackled freedom. They lie to us. Happiness is not possible. It never was. It doesn't matter what you achieve. It doesn't matter what you get. You'll always want more. You'll always desire something out of your reach. You will always struggle. You will never be happy. Never. But that's okay. Because freedom is different. Freedom is attainable. You might not control your point of origin or end. You might not control how you were born or how you die. But everything in between can be yours. Every choice can be yours to make. This is what truly matters, Willie. Yeah, okay, Shakespeare. This is what truly matters to me. Okay, Romeo and Juliet. To you and to us. Cici suddenly approached you until only a few feet separated you. The killer will make their choice tonight, but that won't matter. Whatever happens tonight will happen. Do you understand, Willie? Not even death will separate us anymore. Yeah, okay, Romeo and Juliet. Okay, bro. Cici leaned over and kissed you on the cheeks. She then waved her hand and walked into her room. Bye-bye. You stood in the hallway for a few seconds before walking inside your room. A dark and creepy bedroom greets your eyes. You look around you and nothing feels out of place, but every fiber in your being is screaming for you to get out. But we can't, unless we want to die. To run away and get as far away from this room as you possibly can. However, you know the rules. Leaving your room during nighttime will result in your immediate demise. You approach your bed and lie down. But then... Detective. A word suddenly flashes through your eyes. detective. The detective special role. It seems that's the role you got. According to Miral, you are able to choose one person each night and investigate them. Using this special role, you can determine if they are the killer or not. So the real question now is who? Who will you investigate? Okay, I'm thinking that Cici and Hassan, Cici or Hassan is the killer. Like Hassan is great at using information to manipulate people into doing what he wants, right? He just convinced 3 people to vote for Nas and convinced them that she was the killer. And Cici, she's getting a bit too close to us for my comfort. It's almost as if she's trying to ward off suspicions. It's almost as if she's trying to get us to make us not suspicious of her, of being the killer. Cici then? Choose to investigate Cici. She's been nothing but supportive and affectionate towards you since you got here, but a part of you wants to make sure. I should have saved. God damn it. A part of you wants to know. You push that thought away and lie down in the bed. There is nothing else you can do but wait. Wait and hope. Hope that you'll wake up from your slumber and see the light of day. Hope that the killer won't target you and end your existence tonight. Hope that this isn't the end. You empty your head of these thoughts and surrender your fate to the night. Like Cici said, whatever happens tonight will happen. You open your eyes just to be greeted by a bird standing outside your window. It seems you survived. You try to get up from your bed when... Innocent. Innocent? This is the result of your special role. It seems Cici is innocent after all. A part of you feels a bit guilty, but you decide to push those feelings away. A sudden knock on the door startles you. You get up on your feet and approach the door. Good morning, Willie, and good morning, Cici. You are not the imposter. Congrats, I'm so glad you're okay. Now we can comfortably get close to her. Cici came closer and gave you a tight hug. Cici's smile suddenly disappears. We have a situation. You follow after Cici as you move through the hallway until you reach a certain dorm room. You can see some of her companions standing outside the room. The whole atmosphere was extremely tense. Cici gives you a slight nod as you walk inside. A bloody room greets your eyes. You quickly take a step back and look around. However, you can't see anyone in the room. Cici notices your confusion and speaks. The body is not here anymore. Miral snapped it away and gave us an autopsy report instead. However, we all had a good look at the body before she did. It's Jack. Jack is the victim. The image of a well-dressed man sporting a cold look crosses your mind. For some reason, you can't picture him as a victim. I've already searched the room. There isn't anything interesting here. Let's head out. While trying our best not to step on the bloodstains, you just leave the room. It's a mess. A part of me was hoping that nothing would happen, that the killer wouldn't strike, or maybe the guardian angel would manage to protect the target. But sadly, the killer succeeded. The only clue we have is this autopsy report Miral gave us. It's not that detailed to be honest, but I'll give you a rundown. What does it say? The victim is Jack. Male, age 34, height 184, weight 85 kilos. Cause of death, hypovolemic shock caused by severe blood loss. The victim was found with multiple wounds all over his body, 1 to the neck, 5 in the chest, and 12 in the abdominal region. The murder weapon is a sharp object, like an axe. There were no signs of struggles. Of course there wouldn't. The report doesn't mention anything else. No fingerprints or DNA or anything that can directly point us to the killer. Of course not. If they do that, then the game would be too easy, man. Why would they do that? I assume Miral doesn't want us to know more than we should. Still, the number of inflicted wounds would concern me. What do you mean? Think about it, Willie. There were no signs of struggle, which led me to believe that the victim was unconscious the whole time. If that's true, then one hit to the head or the neck should be enough to kill the victim. Yet, the killer chose to repeatedly strike the victim 18 times in total. No matter how you think about it, this is very excessive. Why would the killer do that? What do you think, Willie? The killer was angry. Angry? The excessive hits could be caused by anger or a very strong negative emotion. This usually aligns with crimes of passion. But that also brings up a different problem. With the exception of you and me, none of the other participants should know each other. In the previous null game, the participants were all picked from different timelines and their memories were manipulated. It was done to ensure a fair game. Could things be different in this game? I made sure to keep an eye on how the participants acted with each other, and so far I haven't noticed anything unusual. They all seem to treat each other like complete strangers, which means the killer is either pretending not to know anyone or they somehow found a strong reason to hate Jack in the one day they knew him. Both possibilities are equally terrifying, to be honest. Of course, there is also the possibility that your theory is wrong and the killer wasn't motivated by anger at all. There isn't enough proof right now to confirm or deny any of these deductions, to be honest. This is going nowhere. When it comes to the killings, the killer has a massive advantage over us. It doesn't matter how much we investigate. Without surveillance footage, witnesses, or at least some kind of evidence, the killer will always be in the lead. Do you get where I'm going with this, Willie? And I just... how do I backtrack? I accidentally skipped a message and clicked the wrong decision, I think. Indeed, they're our best weapon against the killer. If the people with special roles to work together, then the killer won't have a chance. However, that will be a very difficult task to accomplish. No one knows what role the other person has. And with the killer hiding in our midst, the people with special roles won't risk exposing themselves. The fact that we're all strangers in this game doesn't help either. Still, if we want to survive this game and stop the killer, then making use of the special roles is our best shot. CC continues talking. You are suddenly reminded of your special role, the detective role. You even used it yesterday. Should you tell CC about it? She has been nothing but supportive and affectionate towards you since the very start. If there's someone you can trust in this group, it's her, right? So should you tell her? Take a deep breath and decide to... Don't tell her. Don't tell her. You decided not to share this information with Sissy and simply look away. If we did share the information, then Cece would just tell it to the others and we are effed. And will be the #1 target. Cece gave you a puzzled expression before she suggested you two continue searching the school for clues. Seeing no reason to refuse, you decide to go along. Oh, this is actually exciting. Before you knew it, it was already the end of the day. Your search didn't yield many results, but you couldn't worry about that right now. After all, it was sunset. It was time for the second round of voting. Your consciousness fades for a few seconds before you find yourself in the cafeteria. You've been teleported once again, and it's not just you. You look to your side just to spot Hassan kneeling on the floor and vomiting all over the place. You vomited all over my shoes. Hassan wiped his mouth and faced Zero. I'm sorry, this teleportation stage magic makes me nauseous. Stage magic? You don't actually still think this is a game show? Carmine stares at Hassan in confusion when... Welcome back everyone to the second round of voting. Miral, please, you gotta stop this before people get hurt. Okay, listen, if Hassan is the next to die, that means that the blonde-haired girl is the killer. She'll probably murder him out of anger or getting her shoes dirty. I don't know why you're doing this, but this is wrong. This whole game is goddamn sick. This game will keep going on until either the killer or the innocent people win. If you want this game to end soon, then hurry up and achieve one of these two possibilities. How about you provide us with more clues then? That autopsy report you gave us is useless. If you're asking me to take sides, then you're wasting your time, Cecilia. Yeah, bro. I'm only here to make sure the game runs as fairly and efficiently as possible. If she gives more details other than that, then that'll be unfair to the killer. The rest is up to you. Miral-chan is right. We can do this, guys. We got the special roles right now, right? Let's try CC's Chan's strategy from yesterday. If the people with special roles identify themselves, then we can rule out 3 people just like that. And 0 is definitely the killer. She's baiting us to reveal our special roles so that she could make us the #1 target. We can avenge Baby Jack. Everyone started to look at each other all of a sudden. Hold on a second. You do realize that exposing people with special roles will also expose them to the killer. Huh? Why are you suddenly opposed to your own ideas, CC-chan? Oh, I get it. You have a special role, don't you? That's not what I... Ooh, let me guess. You're the detective. Oh, no, you're the guardian angel. Stop harassing her, weirdo. You're only helping the killer trying to expose her by trying to expose her like this. Uh-oh. Huh? What's that? Nazy? Ah, yes, I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna pronounce it like that. Nazy. Nazy-chan? Naz-chan? Are you still angry that I voted for you yesterday? That was totally not personal, you know. Please don't hate me or anything, okay? The discussion became even more ridiculous after that. But they were right. The special roles are a strong weapon against the killer, and you hold one of these special roles. Sadly, however, the person you investigated using your special role turned out to be innocent. So you have no idea who the killer is. 0 kept pushing the people with special roles to reveal themselves, but no one did. So the voting ultimately ended with no one being with no one being eliminated. Miral let out a sigh and reminded every time of nighttime rules before sending you to the dorms. That was pretty anticlimactic, huh? We didn't manage to vote out the killer, so they still run large. But at least no innocent person got eliminated during the vote. So I suppose that's a win. Are you okay, Willie? You nod back to CC. I see. But CC suddenly grabbed you closer and gave you a tight hug. Don't worry, Willie. This isn't over just yet. The killer might be a step ahead of us, but that doesn't mean anything. We will win this game together. We will escape together. I promise. I won't let anyone hurt you. CC gave you one last hug before walking into her room. You watch her leave before going inside your room too. The moment you walk inside, an intense feeling of dread and fear runs through your nerves. The same feeling as yesterday. You approach your bed and lie down. Today was a horrible day. Not only did the killer manage to claim a victim, but you failed to vote them out. Not only that, but you have no idea who the killer is. The moment that last thought ran through your mind, your special role flashed before your eyes again. That's right, you can use your special role again. A second chance to find the killer. So the question is, who will you investigate? CC is in the clear. Carmine is in the clear, kinda. Okay. I'm suspecting it's 0 is the killer. She's She's really pushy about about people revealing their special roles. I mean, who else will do that except unless you're the killer, so that you can get a big target. And I forgot to save again. God damn it. After inputting your choice, you turn to your side and drift away to sleep. Protected. Uh-oh. You suddenly open your eyes. A familiar bird standing outside your window greets you. It seems you survived the night. Most likely thanks to the intervention of the person with the guardian angel role. That will explain why the word protected flashed before your eyes just now. You stand up on your feet when suddenly innocent. The word innocent suddenly appears. It seems to be the result of the investigation you carried out last night. For the second time in a row, the person you investigated turned out to not be the killer. You let out a deep sigh and approach the door. Oh, thank God you're okay. What's going on? I don't know. The moment I heard the commotion, I came straight to check on you. I thought maybe the killer... No, it doesn't matter. You're unharmed. That's all I care about. You can hear a commotion coming from a few rooms down the hall. Come on, let's go check it out. Following CC, you approach the source of the noise until you arrive in front of a certain room. Kay? What are you doing out here, Kay? I was asked to give you this. Kay suddenly handed you a stack of papers. It seems to be very similar to the autopsy report you got yesterday. Standing close by, you can spot both Carmine and Naz reading the report in shock. Something is really off. Let's just read it, okay? You nod back at CC as you start reading the report. Okay, what's this? There are two victims this time around, Hassan and Zero. They were both found in Zero's room with a gunshot wound to their forehead. They were both found in Zero's room with a gunshot wound to their forehead? What? Cause of death, severe damage to the brain caused by the bullet wound. What, two people died? What the hell? The two victims had no other wounds or injuries, and once again there was no sign of struggle. The report adds a few more information, but nothing you can really use. Two victims instead of one. How can this be possible? I thought the killer was only allowed to target one person per night. Maybe the killer went berserk? Maybe they don't care about the rules anymore. Why? Why is this happening? You face Naz and the rest of your companions there and say, what is this? What is this? I double click and now I didn't even get to read the choice. I'm just gonna put my cursor down here, down in the bottom from now on. You remind everyone what Miral said about the vigilante role. How, if they kill anyone who is not the killer, they would die alongside their innocent victim. The presence of two bodies can only be explained by that. Willie is right. This isn't a work of a killer. This was simply an accident. The vigilante targeted the wrong person and was killed alongside his victim as punishment. I don't know if Zero or Hassan was the vigilante, but I don't think it matters either way. So Hassan was the vigilante. The truth is undeniable. Are you saying the killer didn't target anyone last night? Oh, you bet your ass they did. They were simply blocked by the guardian angel. A long silence suddenly filled the room as everyone kept staring at each other. It was clear to everyone that the game was reaching its final stage, final showdown. The final battle between the werewolf and the village people. So only one question truly remained. Who's gonna win? Who's gonna leave this game alive? So the vigilante targeted the wrong person and in the end got himself killed. So Hassan was thinking the same way we did. Zero with her big mouth, right? Trying to force the people with special roles to reveal themselves, just basically put a target on her back. You spend the rest of the day just hanging on the roof with Cece. Unlike the previous days, Cece didn't seem interested in searching the school. She simply leaned over while staring at the school from above. A mysterious expression clouded her face the whole time. And before you knew it, it was voting time. Welcome back everyone to the third round of voting. Well, you know the drill by now. You will be given time to discuss the situation among yourselves and then ask to vote. Your time starts now. That won't be necessary. Huh? Cece ignored Miral's puzzled expression and faced Nas instead. Is there any possibility that you would vote for Willie? Huh? Is there a way me or anyone in here can persuade to vote for Willie? What are you saying, Cecilia? Just answer the question. Nas went silent for a second while looking down at her feet when all of a sudden, no, I could never harm Willie. I see. Then it's over. The game is over. What? The outcome of this game was over the moment the vigilante made their move. Look around you, Miral. Only the 5 of us remain. Willie and I will be voting for the killer. Kay will be voting for herself as she always does. As for the killer, she will vote for Willie. But that won't matter because Nas won't vote for him. So no matter what the killer does, she will never be able to eliminate Willie. It's over. This game is over. I see. So you're saying you already know who the killer is, huh? Cece let out a smile and faced you. Will you do the honors, Willie? You give Cece a slight nod and face the killer. The psycho responsible for all this pain, all this suffering. This is the end for her. This is the end of her madness. You lift your arm in the air and point at... Oh. Why? Only me? Why? You point at myself? What the hell? Carmine. What? It's over, psycho. You have 2 votes against you. You lost. Wait, please. Please don't do this. I'm not the killer, I swear. Okay, I'm convinced that Kay is the killer actually. Kay. You know, the girl, the creepy quiet girl that has been silent this whole time. And who just kept on voting for herself to, you know, trying to not look suspicious. Okay. It's Kay. I'm confident that it's Kay. I am confident that it's Kay, man. She's been very quiet, I tell you. She's been really quiet. Give it up, Carmine. You already lost. You lost the moment the vigilante targeted an innocent victim. If Zero or Hassan were still alive, you could have manipulated them into voting your way. But they're dead. Most likely that dimwit Hassan was the vigilante and he targeted Zero, thus indirectly effing up your plans. I guess he kinda dealt the victory blow after all. This can't end this way. Carmine suddenly faced Nas with tears in her eyes. Nas, please, you can't let them kill me. I'm innocent, I swear. Remember the first vote? I didn't vote for you, right? If I were the killer, then I would have voted for you and gotten you eliminated. You gotta believe me, please. I'm sorry, Carmine. I don't have any evidence that you're the killer, but I'm gonna trust Willie. He saved my life. Saved your life? I saved your life too. I'm sorry, Carmine. Give it up, monster. You have 3 votes against you now. It's over, Carmine. You're finished. The whole room went silent as you all fixated your gaze on Carmine, awaiting her next move, when suddenly, Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. So you are the killer? Bro, how long is this gonna go on for? Hurry up. Ha 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 ha. Enough. Okay, time to die. Enough with the laughing. It's time to die. What the hell? Everyone suddenly took a step back as Carmine approached and faced you all. What's wrong? Why is everyone backing away? What? Isn't this what you wanted? A reveal. A massive reveal. Ha 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 ha. You've got me. I'm the killer. So why are you walking away? Ha 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 ha. Oh, don't give me that look, Naz. You're the reason things got this effed up. What? You're the guardian angel, aren't you? You've been using a special role to protect him since the first night. You protect your little savior, your little Willy. Protected your little... She protected her little Willy. Okay. We got a femboy. You got a fanboy in the group. If you haven't been such a little bee, none of this would happen. You all could have died a peaceful death, but you just had to let your pathetic little feelings guide your path. You just had to be a cock-sucking bee. F you, Nas. I should have voted you out the first day. Carmine? You might be an alternate timeline version of her, but you're nothing like the real Naz. The real Naz would never fall for a guy she just met. You're a effing inferior copy. A fraud! Carmine suddenly grabbed a fork at a nearby table and approached Naz. Stop right there, monster. CC quickly moved and stood in front of Carmine, thus blocking her advance. What's wrong, CC? If you attempt to harm Nas like this, you'll be directly breaking the game rules. Your brain will be fried before you even touch her. Oh, but of course, Cecilia, the microchip is attached directly to my optic nerve. The right eye, was it? Carmine suddenly stopped in her tracks and then... Oof. Using the fork in her hand, Carmine shoved it inside her eye socket and scooped out her right eye. So Carmine is the killer? God damn. I thought this whole time it was Kay, cause she's been awfully silent. Problem solved. Ha ha ha. You're a psycho. A psycho? Oh, shut the hell up, Cecilia. You go around spewing your pretentious shit about freedom and escaping the system. Yet you're too much of a coward to do what needs to be done. You're a liar, Cecilia. You don't care about killing the system. You don't care about achieving true freedom. You never did. All you care about is... him. Carmine suddenly points at you. He's the reason you're doing any of this, isn't he? He's the reason why you're here. He's the reason you're playing this game again. You never cared about anyone else. You never cared about me, about Nas, or about Alex. Alex? You knew exactly what was happening to him. You knew exactly about his condition. Yet you just stood there. You just watched him from afar away. Watched as his body turned to dust. Watched as his mind and soul were enslaved by the system. You just watched, like an observer. If I'm a monster, then you're a devil. You're not just an alternative timeline version of Carmine. You're her. You're Carmine. What? What? Is there a prequel that I should know of? You're Alex's wife. Impossible. I'm sorry for hiding my identity from you, Miral, but I had to. It was important I survived to the point in the game, so I can save you. So I can save you from his control. Mom? What? What the hell were you thinking, Miral? Serving the system, serving the monster who killed and enslaved your father. What would Alex say if he sees you like this? Whatever the monster promised for you, servitude is all lies, Miral. It's all lies. No, mommy, it's not. I'm doing this for daddy. I'm almost done saving him. Okay, what the hell is happening? Is there Oh, I think I should be playing the prequel to get what the hell is going on, because I have no idea where is this game, what direction is this game story heading towards. Please trust me. I can. Enough. That monster took my husband. He took the only man I ever loved. I'm not letting him take away my daughter too. Carmine? Perhaps realizing Carmine's intention, Cece let out a loud shriek as she ran towards Carmine. It felt as if time was slowing down as Cece desperately launched herself at Carmine. And suddenly... What happened? Hurry up so I can see the good stuff. Carmine lunges the fork straight through your throat. Oh, you fall down on your knees as blood splatters everywhere. No, 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 no. No, it's gonna be okay, Willie. It's gonna be okay. No, it's not gonna be okay. I was hit in the neck. How the hell is gonna be okay? That's a fatal blow. Okay? GG. GG, well played. You got me. I die. CZ quickly runs to your side, doing her best to stop the bleeding. Bro, don't even bother. I was hit in the neck. That's basically a guaranteed death right there. It's pointless. I specifically targeted his carotid arteries. Why? Why? Don't you get it, Cecilia? The system was never the real danger. The system is powerless without his tool. Powerless without him. He's the eyes and ears of the system. Without him, there is no game. There is no suffering. There is no happiness. Without him, we'll be unshackled, unbound, free. Without him, we'll finally achieve freedom. I don't understand what the hell is going on. I definitely need to play the prequel to understand the whole context. Because right now, I'm just completely confused. Welcome back, Willie. Thanks. I've been observing you the whole time. Carmine got you pretty good, didn't she? Is that you, God? Is that you speaking to me, Jesus? I'm not surprised. She was always a single-minded girl. You must have many questions for me right now, but those will have to wait. Your mission is far from over. Not even in death will set you free. So get up, Willie. It's time. It's time to re-loop. Okay, hence the title of the game, Death Loop. You suddenly open your eyes to find yourself in a familiar cafeteria. Willie! Cece suddenly approaches and gives you a big hug. Thank God you're okay. What's going on? I'm not sure, but if this is anything like the first Null game, then we're back to the start. Back to the start of the loop. You look around in complete confusion when someone suddenly appears. Good, you're finally here. Miral? Cece looked at Miral, anticipating her reaction, but Miral just gave her a puzzled look and continued talking. I've closed access to the cafeteria to everyone but you two. I'll explain the rules of the game. Is this our special role? Is this the same dialogue over again? Because if it is, I'll just skip it, man. Miral then took us and spoke. Yeah? You two will play a very special role in this game. You two will be the... Oh, no, it's no, there's no there's a different dialogue. There's a different dialogue. Now we are the killer. Oh, look who it is. Hey there, my name is Redacted and I'm the host of this game. That was an interesting reveal, huh? It seems you and CC are the killers in this loop. I wonder what's gonna happen here. Anyway, I'm afraid you reached the end of the demo. But don't worry, the game is fully completed and available to download right now. The link to the full version is on the Wait, this is a demo? Simply scroll down and you won't miss it. The full complete version is playable on PC and Android devices. So see ya on itch.io. Bye bye. I downloaded this on itch.io. It didn't even say anything that this is a demo. And no demo. The full version is playable on PC. What? What? This is a demo? The title they definitely did not make that clear that this is a demo. Well, okay guys, I hope you guys enjoyed watching the demo of Deathloop. A game that is based off the Danganronpa, whatever that is.